Hey guys, this is Manshark Sub LPs. I'm Sub, this is Crusader Kings II, and this is Millennia in the Making episode 146. We're currently playing as Kaiser Anselm the Great of the Holy Roman Empire. He's the son of Kaiser Arnulf, who himself was the grandson of Kaiser Wilhelm III. And we're at war. We've got two wars. First one, as we lag down to here, is, well, I believe we've already sent this guy an offer to for peace, and he'll be accepting it shortly while our army heads back down to Egypt. That was the Holy Roman Ducal War for Duchess Adeline's claim on Sharka. Our other war is the Holy Roman Holy War for Kerman, this place here. And we've got an army in position, besieging it nicely. Now, I may sound a little bit distracted during this and all that sort of stuff. And that's purely because this will be the second time I'm recording this particular episode. We've been having, as you may have guessed from the last time with the Crusade in Abyssinia, down here, we've actually been having a lot of issues with crashing with this game. Normally it's just been when you save the game or when you try and load it. And that's fine because I can just restart it at that point and continue on. But of note, we've been getting a lot of crashes at the end of wars. And some of them are kind of obvious. Like, when the Crusade ends, we get such a huge amount of troops coming over to our side of things that, or not troops, a lot of land coming over to our side of things that just crashes fucking everything. We're going to try and assassinate Queen Morag here. For reasons. Just move our armies over to Galloway, just to take advantage if that assassination actually goes ahead. But yeah, it's excuse me, it's been fairly irritating, particularly because I was at like the 50 minute of recording this episode when it crashed at the end of a particular Holy War. Not this one for Kerman. And yeah, I rage quit. I just couldn't be fucked doing more. I was also really fucking tired, so there was that. Okay, that siege is complete. Wonderful. Now, of note, we need to just be aware, this comes into play in a little bit, the Korobat and Sharazid Shardoms are at war with each other for the duchy. It's a holy war because one of them is Zikri and the other one is Sunni, for Sistan here. So what I will want to do is take this army here and march it down here to deal with this army. So they can't occupy Jask and stop me from getting it when I make a holy war for the exact same province. Sounds reasonable to me. Yeah. That should also give us a bit of war score. Yep, and that ducal war has ended over here, so now we can create the Kingdom of Abyssinia. All of our buttons have reappeared, which I don't even know how the fuck that happened, but we can create the Abyssinia. So we're going to do that. It's running under primogeniture and everything is awesome. We've still got those empire titles sitting around. We're not going to create the Empire of Mali because we're planning on getting rid of that anyway. How's Jerusalem coming along? It's still 33 years away from integration. That's good. We just need to release it before it actually integrates. Carpathia still has 44 years to complete. Italia has 46. So we'll get it all. I mean, we've got, what is it? 1206? We have over 250... slightly under 250 years. So we'll get all of what we want. Like, there's no drama there. Anyway, let's get back to the fighting. Okay, so these guys aren't moving, but we are. We'll get them there in just over a month. Wow. Tlemcen converted. Can Frelly build anything? No, they're built out. Awesome. And I'm not sure whether I mentioned this last episode or during the failed record of this episode, but we're going to be getting all of this town infrastructure. Town infrastructure in Österreich, speaking of. Oops, there we go. So, when we could afford it, we could give them a little bit better university. There's a holy war for Arabia that ended inconclusively, and that was purely because we took Shaka. Alright, these guys are here. Well, they can move around here. They're going to be important a little bit, because when we declare war on the Sharazids, we have terrible supply limits in some of these places. So we're going to want to send our guys up here where we've got slightly better ones, just to escalate war score. Because the Sharazids own a split apart piece of land. Which kind of sucks to be them, I guess, but you know, whatever. Catholic religion's coming strong. I'm amazed the anti-pope isn't dead yet. Ugh. Town infrastructure in Steiermark. Creating a lot of town infrastructure increases. But I'm actually saving up the money for another army. We're almost there. 9th of May, 2nd of June. Okay, so we're definitely going to catch them, and not just because they're actually trying to move into the province we're moving out of. For reasons, I guess. Also taking, we're technically not really taking attrition. It's just that there's a 500-man army sitting on us as well, so they've pushed us 500 men over the 21k limit. Improved opinion with the Pope. Good. Good. I may have to ask him for claims in the future. In the British Isles. Here's our fight. Yeah, well. No drama, right? Come on. There we go. Killed 10,000 of them. And we're just going to chase them back up here so that we can continue our nice easy assaults. Unless... Nope. Won't accept the loss. He should. He really should. Gonna hire this steward guy in. So currently we have fairly aged members of the, excuse me, fairly aged kings in Ireland and, in Ireland. The only problem with the Scottish king is that he's celibate, so you know, nice way to ensure your royal succession there, huh? Do we have a truce with this guy? We do. 5 years. Alright. Well, no, fair enough. The Duchy of Normandy must be held by somebody who shouldn't be holding it, or something like that. Jeez, moving around takes a lot of time in this place. Oh, there's going to be a little boating accident that Queen Morag is soon to be the victim of. Good, good. I saw these guys had a bigger army somewhere. The Korobadids, that is. I swore they had like an 18,000 man army hanging around somewhere. I mean, we just beat up a 12k. But you know, that shouldn't have been their main force. We succeeded with the plot, but all evidence leads back to me. That's fine. It's only a small opinion hit. Duke Moldovan. Well, you don't like me, and the problem here is that The Isles are part of Scotland. I can't usurp the Kingdom of Scotland before sometime next year. So I'll just hold off on that for a bit. When did it say? 2nd of March next year. We'll just hold off on that because we may be able to leverage something. Let's get back to the war. Okay, there's our chasing down fleeing people battle. Wiped out, wonderful. Still not giving up. So we'll attack the city of Abarkawan. Xyla converted. Come on. There we go. 100% war score. Don't crash. Ah, good. I'm gonna get real paranoid about that, you guys. I just seriously, it was really fucking frustrating. Okay, so Sejan here should be the duchy capital. No, Kerman is the duchy capital of Kerman, of course. I'm not sure if I've made this joke already, but it's where the Kerbal Space Program comes from. A game that I am absolutely terrible at. Like seriously, I can get a rocket to the Mun and land it on the Mun, but yeah, Thomas, you're going to be the Duke. Do we have a ducal title to make? We do. De jure? Kerman. Great. But that's a lot of provinces, so I'm going to give him a few counts just to manage. Not Theodoric. Theodoric's kind of shit. Albrecht? No, you're also shit. Folkmar? Folkmar's good. Folkmar, you're the Count of Ladistan. And then we'll make Manfred the Count of Sejan, and then the Duke can have everything else. There we go. Sorted. Now. Quick. What we're going to have, is it going to be a quick declaration? Probably not. Let's just have our guys start moving. In 1 month. Ah, there's that 15,000 man army. This is a Corobided army here. It is... Is it in the duchy? No, it isn't in the duchy. We're looking for Sistan here, so I don't care what they do up here. As long as they don't come down and occupy part of Sistan, we're fine. But with that in mind, let's get our war on. Okay. Yep, that all looks good. That's fine. We have a peasant revolt in Trent. Well, I can't see them at the moment because they're obviously fighting a retinue that is sitting around. Really, dude? Yeah, that's what I thought. Do we don't have the Kingdom of Persia, surely. No, this guy still owns the Kingdom of Persia, and it's going to be one of those things where we don't want to take it because it's running under Agnetic Open. And that would be a bad thing for us. So, and yeah, let's just move our troops up here north into Dihistan, just to, you know, escalate some war score a little bit. We have a nice supply limit there, actually, 25,000. That's not bad. As I probably mentioned last time, the entire point of this is we're trying to get into India. We're going to have a bit of a stumbling block here with the, what is this, the Bengal? Battered Empire is the Bengal Empire, yup. Purely because we're going to have to take Makran here, and then this province here, Armail, as part of Baluchistan. Then we can mess around in these, where are we? Independent realms in these areas a little bit, grab those, but then we're locked because we'll have a truce with the Batids. You know, until we murder their emperor viciously in a totally unprovoked attack. That's what we do. Okay, so these guys are trying to move into Zehedan, probably to try and take it. We'll have to see how we go there. I don't believe that they have the kingdom of... No, it is Baluchistan that they have. I wonder if Afghanistan was actually part of this guy's stuff. Yeah, it is. He owns Afghanistan as well, so... we're just going to have to chase him out of all of it. Good. We'll punch on there. The supply limit is a bit of a problem. Okay, we've got another rebellion. So we've got a rebellion in there and there. We don't have any troops near those, do we? So what we do is we get these troops here and send them up. Genoa should have a lot of boats. It does not. The Pope should have a lot of boats. He does. 46 of them. Oh, that's wonderful. You guys have a lot of land. Well, a lot of boats that you can get. They have boats. That's what we're looking for. We need that many. Yeah, we'll just ship these guys up to Genoa and they can deal with these rebel scum. The alternative is to start forming that army and let it get up and all that sort of rubbish, but that's just going to take too long. Okay, these guys hop on board. Then we send the boats up to... well, let's send them up to Lucca. They'll be fine. Assault. Oof, and the Corobadids are taking massive casualties due to their crappy supply limit here. See, we have 15,000 in Zehedan. The Corobadids only have 8,000, so they're taking 6.6% of 15k casualties every month. Sucks to be them. I mean, we're technically taking 8% casualties every month from this place, but we're trying to blow through it really quickly so we can get into Jask and things like that. We should have a fairly decent, yeah, 18,000 in Jask. That's good. I mean, it's not great, but it's acceptable is more what I'm trying to say there. Excuse me. Have those boats stopped moving? They have indeed, and they have deposited their troops. Get up there. Deal with some rebel scum for me. Peasants. There we go. We're dragging people out of their, you know, hiding holes and all that sort of stuff. It's only worth 14 gold, but you know what? 14 gold is 14 gold. Losing a fair amount of men, but that shouldn't be too much of an issue. I don't see that this guy has an army. I think that the Corobadids dealt with his army. Yep. Wonderful. How's our other siege going up here? Ah, quite well. Let's assault. So the Corobadids, it's 22% in favour of the Corobadids. We've got 39% favour. He's also attacking the Kevans, but the Kevans are winning. And he is attacking... ah, there's a tyranny war. He's having a little bit of an internal issue, as it were. And, in fact, he's just surrendered. Don't crash, don't crash, don't crash. Thank you. Right, so we've taken all of this land. Wonderful. This army should come back down here. This army should move to... move to Tiz. And they now have the supply limit that they need, so they're all good. And we barely... He surrendered at 39%. That's insane. It's very rare that somebody surrenders a holy war at 39%. I guess he figured he was already under attack by a lot of people, though he should have surrendered to them first. Except for the Korobadid guy. Alright, so the capital of Sistan is presumably Sistan. Yep. Let's see if we can take the duchy. We can. Wonderful. Who's going to be... Eganolf is average. Wenzel is a little bit better at stewardship than Eganolf. And Ulrich is... Ulrich would be a great count, but not a great duke. Zehadan has Wolfgang. Wolfgang's kind of terrible. Saravan has nothing. Tiz has nothing. Jask has nothing. We're going to give Wolfgang the county of Zehadan, just to give our new duke something to worry about in a count. So I think we're going to have Eganolf be the new duke. Excuse me, you just have to have a bit of a sniff there. There we go. Get rid of all the title gain messages. Come on, there we go. Wonderful, come on. There we are, wonderful. Now we could potentially usurp Musharazid Shardam or the Shardam of Baluchistan if he weren't at war, and if we cared about it being Gavelkind. We really do care about it being Gavelkind for the moment because we need to hang on to it for a while, as it's going to be our passage into India. This guy, however, is going to lose his shit. Have I done the thing where I... Okay. I didn't do this. In the alternate timeline, which never happened because the game crashed, I realized that we had a lot of single holding places. For example, the Ecumenical Patriarch, which is held by Iones IX, is the last remaining bastion of orthodoxy. He's gonna have about 10,000 men under his, whatever. So we'll just have to deal with those in time. These guys are going to move out, that's irritating. But basically there are a lot of... a lot of single realm or single province places around the place. Like Villarreal over here is one we can actually deal with really easily because he's Catholic. So we just offer him vassalization. He says no, so we pay him a bit of money. And then he says yes. And he was just a city in here, I believe. Yep, there he is. The city of Villarreal. I don't know why they've become independent. It's kind of irritating. Do we have anything else? A lot of these places are going to be... what do you call it? In India or in the Muslim realms that we haven't taken yet. The Order of St. Adi, however, is not. They are here. In the Arg of Tula. And you can see he is very, very unlikely to become my vassal. So I'm going to declare war on him. And shift this guy down to there. And we're just going to take it. He will raise up troops. There he goes. But those troops are not that important. And actually, I'm going to say that this army does not go down there. This army will go up there. And I'm going to give it a new character to lead it. Come on, where's somebody? There we go. Eberhard. You know, I missed out on giving myself a Crusader thing, didn't I? I really should have thought about that. Castle infrastructure in Kempton has increased, but that's unimportant. We're going to spend a lot of money. We need 18 shock retinues. There we go, that's 18 shock retinues. Go to Salzburg. I'm sending them to Salzburg to get them out of the way, so that in the future when I make the skirmish retinues to join them, I don't have to actually count, I can just read the number. The mayor of Villarreal definitely signed up for us. Well, we're going to intercept that army. Murder it dead. And then we'll send these guys up to there while I just accept this guy's surrender. Thank you. Excuse me again. Let's just have a look down our prisoners, see if we can ransom any of them. Who are you? Angus MacGirac. Wonderful. I wonder, can we... I don't think we can no, we can release them from prison via this menu, but we can't ransom them. And all we want to do is ransom them. So yeah, we're just fundraising a little bit. None of these people are actually all that important. And we can tell if they are important because they'll have a particular border and it'll call them the Duke or the, you know, whatever. Like this guy's the Count of Oriel. Bugger it. And yeah, sure, each of these people is usually only giving us 10, but, you know, there's a few of them. And if any of them are of rank or important, they usually offer us a little bit more, like the Count gave us 70. Alright, that's everything. So we'll get a lot of messages in a moment, being all like, hey, I accept your offer, I accept your offer, there we go. Yes, wonderful, great, 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 just money, thank you. Thank you. Yes, this is such a cool story, guys. Just, you know, fine, fine. Are our guys in position down here yet? They certainly are. Let's start the move. 15th of February. You know what? I'll let them start the move and we'll declare war at the start of February, assuming I remember. Which is a pretty big assumption to make, isn't it? Yo, Millennia. I will totally join in your war. This is what this army is here for, joining in the wars, the defensive wars of the Volga Bulgarians and the Alanias. Not that they couldn't handle it themselves, but, you know, this gives us a little bit of an opinion boost with the guy. I caught my daughter, Ilsa, lying to me again, straight to my face without batting an eye. I almost had an innocent servant sent to the docks. Even I am impressed. That's the deceitful trait, which she's already gotten here, like as part of this event, so you can see what her stats would be. I've got a 50, 40, 10 chance of, you know, no effect, losing it and gaining wrath. Talk to her about honesty, which is again a 50, 40, 10 split, but honest gives you more diplomacy. I think we wanted to have diplomacy. That's a positive end there, because she still has 11 intrigue. She only lost the trait, but the trait also had a negative diplomacy part to it, so she's gotten those stats back. There we go. Something just happened, and the 1st of January. We do have it set not to autosave, but we do, right? Yeah, never. But it appears that on the 1st of January it still chugs a little bit. So this army is heading down to Kasogia. So we're going to send our army down to actually beat up the, you know, the rebels. don't have an assassination plot going. You don't really need one going, to be honest. Unless we were to try splitting this guy up. Oh, he's running under Gavelkind, which means he's very vulnerable. He's only got one real province. He's got a lot of interesting and new stats, which he's got a lot of those due to, well, being Buddhist. And he's not really killable. That's unfortunate. What about down in Varata place? They're running under primogeniture, which is why they're a little bit stronger. Yeah, he could be murderable. And it's not a dynastic heir or anything, which is a little weird. Okay, it could be because he's homosexual, he's not having many babies, as the case is. And she's a scholarly, maimed theologian, so she's not really looking great. Who's this guy? This guy's ambitious. He wants to gain a title and all that sort of junk. Ah, bugger it. I'm not going to concern myself with politics. Thank you. And war declared. And while war is declared, we need 15 skirmish retinues. We've got the retinue cap for it. Perfect. Join them together, send them over. My daughter Ilsa lacks all passion and ambition, perfectly content with her lot in life, so she has the content trait. Well, she's not going to be ruling any land. Yes, it suits her position. So that gives you extra piety and, you know, your liege likes you a lot more, sort of thing. Okay, so Scotland is now attacking the Isle of Man. Can I join your war? No, I can't join his war. Can I join your war? Nope. Can't declare war on you. I can declare war on you. I can claim it for somebody else. Who's this guy? Scottish, Catholic, all that. Who's this one? Yep, you know what? We're going to be claiming the Isles for Agnes Mac Alpin. Go. So that's the Duchy of the Isles, not just, you know. Oh, and the Pope has sent us 200 gold. Such a nice bloke, that Pope. He's very good with his money. He's got a lot of it. He doesn't have as much as he normally does because he's been sending us a lot of it due to him being our vassal. But the Pope can have, like, hundreds of thousands of gold if you just let him be. Never let the Pope be. The Pope is a dangerous force. Okay. Assault the place. It really isn't too hard. We're going to also take this ARG here. Oh hey, speaking of. Oof. Oh, that's terrible. That's absolutely terrible. Typhoid fever has ripped across the lands and fucked with our supply limits, something chronic. 13th of March. We're still going to get in there. We won't have a battle, but we may be able to take his city and run. Just because that is so fucking awful. Alright, yep, looks like we've won that war. Well, had a huge battle, so you know. Diplomat. Come on. Yeah, so this is bad. We've only got 6,000 supply limit here. We've got to just hope that in about 10 days we don't lose a lot of troops. Oh god, we just lost like 2,500. Come on, come on. There we go, assault it. Just get it done and get out. Good, leave. And we'll be leaving into Kabbalah here, and from there into Baghdad. Actually, no, we'll go around, so... Kabbalah, Al-Haraba, Man, and then back to there. And we can actually offer peace to this guy because we own all of his stuff. Done. Oh god, that is brutal. We haven't lost any retinue, like, units due to it, but that is absolutely brutal. Apologies for the jerky movement there. Oh, got a lot of messages, some advancements. A lot of places getting town infrastructure to level 4, which is great. But we're going to have to... We're just going to have to, what do you call it? Wait for that, because 1,000 of gold is a lot, even with our massive income. We've won this battle. Wonderful. Now we're not going to give this county away immediately, because there's a barony here, held by the Baktashi order, and we're just going to quickly take it. In 5 days. So yeah, we're just taking that slight bit of opinion for just a moment or three. It's not a big deal. Okay, where are other things? Yeah, nothing really to be worried about. I have an army down here for some reason. Yeah. Okay, so we've won this war. Thank you. Good lad. So we assign that to some random. Now that's the only part of Baluchistan that we have. The Duchy of Baluchistan. It's not even the capital, I feel. It is the Duchy capital. Wow. So this guy will be the future Duke, and you know what? Fuck it. Sure, whatever. County of Makran. Enjoy it. Can we create any weird titles here? Italia, Scandinavia, Russia, Carpathia, Francia, Hispania, Britain, Mali, Arabia. Nope. All good. Okay, now. I'm going to hold off on declaring any wars. Actually, no. We're going to declare wars, but I'm going to try and hold off on ending any other holy wars at this point in time. Purely because I'm very worried about it crashing. But we'll end other wars, of course. This guy is attempting to fabricate a claim. We can't really do anything about it because he's in another realm. But, you know, I don't care if he gets a claim. It doesn't even matter. Ah, wonderful. Peasant rebellion over. And now these guys can take the long trip around to Annaba. How's our truce going with this guy? Yep, 14 years. Kempton finished building jousting lists. Sounds like they can get a castle town. And there's our victory in the Isles. So we're not getting anything here. Agnes is getting this stuff. So she's got all that. She will not be our Like, she will not offer our vassal thing. But she's also at war because she's inherited the King of Scotland's war. And apparently we can't join in. Why the hell not? Yeah, bugger it, I'll just go park my army over here. So that's going to be an issue for her because we have just drastically weakened her. Oh well, she'll just have to deal with it. What are our weak claims? We've got one on the Kingdom of Scotland, one of the County of Napata, which is part of Nubia, one of the Barony of Killarney, and one on something to do with Kasogia up here. Alright, this war isn't over yet. Well, hurry it up, guys. Fucking typhoid fever. And how are the rest of our armies doing? Is everybody in tip-top condition? Nobody's lost any retinues? Nope, that's good. That's very good. Right, we're going to start a war with the Bengal Sultanate. Well, not Sultanate, Empire. Let's just see how many troops they have. I know it's a lot. 38,000. It's not as big as the Deccan Empire, but still quite sizable. I'm going to move these guys down to here just to help back us up if necessary. Because it is time for... Oh, we could holy war in a lot of these places. We can do that due to them being sea zones and all that sort of rubbish. So we're not really going to do that. We'd like our land zones. So it's a holy war for Baluchistan. One that we won't end in this episode, because again, quite concerned about that sort of thing. How are our factions? Independence is at 3.6. It's not even the biggest. The biggest are Emic for places. This guy? Really? You want this guy running shit? Come on, guys. Come on. Really? Peasant revolt in 2 different places. Wonderful. First one's in Corsica. That's irritating. You guys head on down to Genoa. And the other one is all the way down here. Okay, well this is fine. We'll go down to Genoa. Boat to Corsica. Boat over here, then boat back here, and we'll just be done with that. Fucking rebels. Castletown was built in Wittelsbach. Excellent, let's give them some more castle walls. How are we doing? Jeez, these are nice. I haven't actually had a look at the, I've probably seen them before, but not really in focus. The Indian, or the new Rajas of India holding pitches, those look quite exceptional. Those are very nice. You know what, we'll probably be setting up a new republic out here somewhere. I'm going to say the Duchy of Anata here looks like a pretty nice place for it. These 3 provinces. Is that the river Bengal? Bengal? Yeah, that has to be Bengal. Seriously. I don't know much about Indian geography. What's their trade like there? Oh yeah. Yep. This one here, probably. That is the capital. It is not. This is the capital. Oh, well, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. We've got a while before we take that place. So, in mind that we're not trying to finish this off before the end of the episode, I'm not going to assault this place. I'm just going to let them sit there while our other army comes along. Wow, they've only got 12k there. Lucky they're going to be out of there soon. I say soon, I mean like in 2 months. They're going to take casualties. Significant casualties. Ugh. And as well as just waiting until I save up money, I'm also waiting for this army to hit its 16,500 point before I start giving them the knight retinues. Or trying to get the knight retinues to, you know, flesh them out to 21,000 men. Yeah. Well, I'm not seeing them bring on anybody else, but I guess he's also at war with somebody else, isn't he? He's at war with the Shuan Kingdom. He's winning, but he's at war with them. Okay. Well, that's cool. And wow, this is like a hotbed of different religions here. Right, because there's Buddhists, there's Hindus, and there's Jains. I don't think that there's any... Let's see, okay, so those white provinces here, so the provinces of Srirangapatna, did I say that? Srirangapatna, Vamilka, Sarasvata Mandala, Godwad, and Rajrapa are Jain holy sites. The provinces of Devagiri, Vidisa, Varanasi, Gaya, and Udabhanda are Buddhist holy sites. And the provinces of Ujjaina, Mathura, Ayodhya, Varanasi, and... Is there not one more? Over here. And Dvakara, they're all Hindu holy sites. So if we take those, we'll start reducing their moral authority. Which is already at... Well, Buddhists are at 62%, Jains are at 32%, and Hindus are at 21%. So the Buddhists are really the only ones who are doing well here. But we're gonna change that, I guess. Okay, this army, I'm actually going to send them up to Constantinople for a secret mission. And hopefully, yeah, they should be able to walk through those coastal provinces, even with the disease, with not too much of an issue. Right. And this army here is slowly coming down to Genoa. Let's get boats raised. 9 from Genoa. Wonderful. You have the worst trading port ever. That should be enough, surely. Yes, it is. Off they go. Like, oh, we're a trade republic. We're a great trade republic. Oh, okay, how many ships can you give me? 9? Disaster, my lord. Your court chaplain was attacked by a stray dog. While he was carrying your family's relic shrine of the holy bones fell out on the floor. And, well, the dog. We found it burying the bones in the yard among a lot of other bones stolen from the kitchens. Now it's impossible to sort out what is what. We've gotten this because we have the holy relic thing, I believe. Curses, my ancestors will be turning in their graves. We lose the holy relic thing. Just put any old bones in there, no one will know the difference, and that gives us a 30% chance of arbitrary, which we don't want. Or, hang on, let me see, which is only available to us because we have a high learning stat. So I'm not sure if we're going to get more events out of that, or if that's just been like, we're so good that we can pick them apart. So we keep the holy relic thing with no potential penalty, which would be really cool. Come on guys, move a little faster. Okay, the boats are here. And I think we'll just make it a semi-amphibious landing, the usual dock landing, because we outnumber these guys so much that it's just not caring to. I'm not that, you know, I don't give a shit, that's what I'm trying to say. Bang. Yeah, even though we have started at half morale, that's fine, we win that, get back on the boat. These guys are moving to Sylves. And let's just end that. Thank you. It's coming along nicely. How are these guys? Okay, so they did lose a few dudes, but they're back up to stat, basically. I would have preferred to have left them up there, because, well, 5 years and we'll start getting messages about the Mongols. But I guess they'll be fine. And hey, we've even almost taken our mail here. That's great. Okay, this guy would like us to... Okay, so, Duke Thomas of Thuringia would like us to tell the Duke of Fez and Marrakesh... Oh no, that's Lord Mayor Johan. Yes, the Duke of Fez and Marrakesh to abdicate the Duchy of Marrakesh to somebody else. I will have no part in this game because the Duke of Fez here is eventually going to be the king of Mauritania when I get around to releasing it. Like, that's what I said I was going to do. This army is just going to go here, not land in Sylves, because this army is doing something weird. The King of Millennia has almost won his war. Come on, guys. Come on. Oh, and it looks like the Count of Seville is actually going to win that for us. Let's just have a quick check to see how it goes. Yeah, it looks like it. Our mail has fallen, so now we're sieging Hingala. And we're not going to attack it. We're just going to sit here. Be good. Yep, so he's winning that fight. I just want to see if he chases the rebels down. He's not chasing the rebels down. Okay, so we're going to head up to Lisboa. Or well, to somewhere. He is chasing them now. Oh, come on, bro. Oh, improved keeps in Nuremberg. Have some better castle walls. You know what? He's chasing them. Let's just head on back to Annaba. Bugger it. How are we doing here? Wonderful. Peasant revolt. 2 peasant revolts. Why are we getting like 2 at a time? That's retarded. Not saying anything bad about retarded people, of course. Okay, so we've got a peasant revolt there. Now that's going to be annoying to deal with. Ah, one up here. That one's actually going to be very easy to deal with. We might have to use boats. Either that or raise up troops. What should be the capital of Abyssinia? This place, right here, Gondar. Is it Gondar? Yep. You. I'm making you king of Abyssinia. Congratulations. Now, I've done that for a very specific reason. One which apparently is not going to work because you only have 540 troops. God damn, really? That's pathetic. So instead we'd raise up the Arabs' troops, or the King of Arabia's troops, give him some commanders, including maybe some that don't like me, like the Duke of Damascus. And send them on over. So we didn't have to give the King of Abyssinia his title just then, but we have. And honestly, I'm not terribly concerned about that. Though he should totally have some children, though his wife is actually getting a bit too old to have children, so we're still the heir. Which is hilarious to me. Get rid of all of that. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Somebody joined forces against us. That's not a problem. I really don't see us losing any wars from here on in. The Mongols and, eventually the Timurids, when that happens, will give us a run for our money, but I don't think we're going to lose to them or anything like that. Church infrastructure in Innsbruck increased, but to a pointless degree. We'll catch this rebel army. Done. They get advantages, we get penalties, but we're also huge, so thanks for playing. And we'll send our guys over to Constantinople like they should have been doing. This rebellion is ended. This rebellion is ended. And now we're just waiting on these guys to get there and end that. But it is that time again. We're going to call an end to the episode. So, if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them below. I'll get to them as soon as possible. If you liked the video, well, please give it a like. Oh, and I've just noticed that we can invest in town infrastructure in Oberbayern. Let's do that. And if you liked this so much that you'd like to see more, well, please subscribe. In the meantime, though, I've been Sub. You have been yourselves. Later.